your mama's racing stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
All right, welcome Vigilante Nation. This afternoon, we're under some sun stretched across the Long Pond Straightaway as round 6 of the VRL Vanquish ARCA series arrives at one of the most distinctive challenges in all of stock car racing. The Pocono Raceway is the iconic Tricky Triangle. This is the Vigilante Racing Network coming to you live for the Pocono 213, an afternoon battle of a 2.5-mile puzzle that has humbled rookies and veterans for generations. 3 corners, 3 philosophies, and no room for complacency. We have 5 races are behind us now. The points fight is tightening, and now this triangular beast is ready to reveal who can adapt, who can think ahead, and who can stay composed when every lap demands something different. Pocono doesn't reward comfort. It demands precision into turn 1, finesse through the tunnel turn, and patience as drivers sweep wide into turn 3 before launching down the longest straightaway in the series. Today isn't about who muscles their way to the front. It's all about who can maintain momentum through all 3 corners, who can manage the draft without overextending, and who can stay mentally sharp as the rhythm of the track keeps shifting beneath them. So settle in, Vigilante Nation. The Tricky Triangle is sunlit, unforgiving, and ready to test every driver who dares to take the green this afternoon. My name is Alan, and I'm going to be bringing you all the excitement here tonight from the Tricky Triangle. As always, I want to thank my beautiful and talented wife, Lori, up in the booth for managing the race from tower to every corner on this circuit, keeping our drivers on point and the race on track. We also invite you to join the conversation in the live chat this evening. We'll feature selected comments on the air, provided that they are safe for work and reflect the level of sportsmanship we've come to expect from our community. And with that, folks, we're going to get you started with some session details here tonight. All right, so 213 virtual miles around the triangle tonight. That's 85 laps. These drivers only have 65% of their fuel tank, and only 2 additional sets of tires for the entirety of the race. So 3 total, what they start the race with, plus 2 sets in the pits. They do have 1 fast repair in this series, so if they find themselves in trouble, they have 1 mulligan, 1 opportunity to fix that car and get back out there in the competition. The incident limit is set to 25 and 6, and as always, iRacing controls the cautions, the lucky dogs, and the waiver routes. I talked about the championship points battle. Right now, at the top of the leaderboard is Chris Gomes with 161 points. You got America's driver, Albert Anderson, with 137 in second. Third place is the 47, John McAdam, with 127 points. Fourth is the 88, Mike Adamson, with 124 points. And in fifth, Luke Chadwick in that 9 machine with 121 points. So a little bit of a spread at the top, gets tight in the middle there, but this could be anybody's season as we're only in round 5 so far. And with that, we're going to shift you over, folks, and get you to the main as they're doing qualifying runs right now. If we can find you somebody on track, and we'll talk a little bit more about what's going on. We're right along with Brett McCord right there in the 11 machine. And that throwback bush scheme. How do you like that? He's making his way around here. They get 2 laps to qualify here, about 10 minutes of total qualifying time. We've already burned up a little more than 5 minutes, so going on 5.5 minutes. So just a few more minutes before we set the grid. Right now, Jonathan Osborne is at the top of the leaderboard. As you can see down that left-hand column there, that's the current qualifying results. You got Osborne, Tice, McCoy, Adamson, and Benfield making up your top 5 qualifiers thus far. I'm looking for others on there. I see Chris Gomes is out there. See if he's finishing up his run. I would expect to see him jump towards the top. Don't know if this is his first, probably his first lap. Making his way around to turn 3 here. I'll talk about the turns tonight. This is probably the most important turn for your lap time because this is, like I mentioned in the intro, the longest stretch on the circuit. So if you come out of turn 3 slow, that carries all the way through this length that you can see right now. And it's incredibly long. So when you don't get turn 3 right, you're just punishing your lap time. I don't see him jumping to the top there. He still, I mean, he must have scraped, or maybe that was his first lap out. This could be his first money lap, so to speak. And I haven't spoken to these drivers. I don't know if the first lap or the second lap has been the fastest for them tonight, but he's making his way around. I also see Gordon Spain out there on the track for his qualifying run. These guys try to time it out, maybe, taking a look and see when the sun's coming out, when the temperature changes a little bit. Let's talk about atmospherics while I have it on my mind. Just see that on your screen now. Air temp is right around 70, hovering around 70 degrees. 52% humidity. The track temp is only 80 degrees. So not a lot of heat in the track at the moment. So plenty of grip out there. Wind speeds are 8 miles per hour out of the southwest, and we're under overcast skies. So these guys shouldn't be really struggling for grip. What they're going to struggle with is the dynamics of this of these different turns throughout their lap. They're totally different. In real life NASCAR, they set their cars up really to attack 1, maybe 2 corners. And as I mentioned, most of them will definitely attack turn 3 because it's going to mean the most with that straightaway. And I hear most of the others would set their car up if they can for the tunnel turn, which is turn 2. That's the one that bites people. So see how it goes. Right now, you saw Gomes jump to the top of the leaderboard with that last lap, and now he's coming across to finish up his qualifying run. See if it changes any. Looks like it still stays at 53.55. I did see him scrape the wall a bit, so that lap may not have counted. And if you're new to iRacing, if you touch the wall or you get an off track during your qualifying laps, it will not count your time. So he didn't have an opportunity to improve there. He's only in front of Jonathan Osborne by 0.03, so it is super tight at the front. You can see 0.07 for Tice, 0.16 for McCoy, virtual tie for 5th there with 0.16 with Adamson as well. So super tight on his qualifying times. It looks like most of these guys are off of the circuit at the moment. And they are. So I do have some onboard cameras tonight I want to mention as we're getting ready to get started here. And I'll double check, make sure I don't have anybody else. Yes, just 2 this evening. So the 01 of Kelly Keel and the 22 of Alex Anderson. Double check, make sure his number is correct tonight. It is. So those 2 onboard cameras, and we have some penalties. 7, in fact. Let's take a look here. A couple guys may or may not be here for varying reasons. Looks like maybe they're not. So we have 7 penalties, 4 carryovers from a different race. So Deion Jones in the 4, the Brian Rosen at 89, and Dylan Bryant in the 51. At the moment, I don't see those drivers here. So they may still, in fact, be carrying over. Then we have 01 of Kelly Keel, 47 of John McAllen, the 14 of Dustin Eaton, and the number 8 of Colin Decker. So if those are your favorite drivers, they are going to be starting the back of the grid today due to minor penalties from last week's race. So they have their work cut out for them to come through this field. While we're waiting for them to wrap up this session here, let's talk about that. Tonight's race is brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work and need a custom livery that turns heads on the track, reach out to Austin via the email on your screen, and he will get you fixed up and ready to race. He's come on board this season for both of the series in VRL, both the Vanquish Series here tonight and our Premier Series, the Craftsman Truck Series, on Wednesday nights. And we're happy to have him aboard. And it appears you're about to wrap up in about 20 seconds. Let's look at the starting grid.
Check.
There it is. All right, folks. So, top of the leaderboard, Chris Gomes keeps the pole. Second place, Jonathan Osborne. Third, Scott Tice. Fourth, Brett McCoy. Fifth, Mike Adamson. Stoney Benfield in sixth. George Rincon, seventh. Michael Brooks in eighth. Ninth place, Gordon Spain. 10th, Austin Fassett. 11th, Mike Everidge. 12th, Timmy McAdam Jr. That's Timmy McAdam Jr. 13th, America's driver Albert Anderson. 14th, Scott Milner. 15th, Andrew Cawthon. 16th, Aaron Warren. 17th, Luke Chadwick. 18th, Tim McAdam Sr. 19th, Dave Mayberry. 20th, Dalton Scape. 21st, Joseph Canales. 22nd, Alex Anderson. 23rd, Brian Rose. 24th, Dustin Eaton. 25th, Kelly Kill. 26th, Deion Jones, so he is here tonight. 27th, Colin Decker. And that rounds out your 27-car field, folks. So could be a good race here tonight. We'll see how these guys fare. Nobody's gridding up yet, so let's see if we can change. Here we go. I knew something was up. There we go. They are gridding. See them starting off on pit lane here. So they're going to make one parade lap. One lap around this 2.5 mile circuit as they're pulling off right now. And then we're going to get started. A little spread going on here at the moment. Looking off the back of your pole sitter, Chris Gomes. They're making their way through turn one. And this is just definitely one of the most unique. I mean, certainly 2.5 mile tracks, three-cornered. It's a riddle that forces drivers to rethink everything they know about rhythm, braking points, momentum. Every corner is stolen from a different track, by the way. Every straightaway is long enough to build a draft train, and every lap demands a different kind of discipline. So even if you have the corner down, as you go through the run, you're changing it like any other track, but this one's uniquely difficult as you're going to have to take into account how different the corners are and how important they are, any given time within that run.
Go way under the speed limit. Also, stay to the right until you were in.
You hear Lori out there in the chat now, giving these guys giving them the business and the rundown of who's got penalties and what's going on. We're making our way around turn 3. to get started with this race. The first green flag of the race will be on Barney in the flag stand. After that, it's going to be the restart zone. The leader will be able to launch first. So first time it's going to be on the flag stand. You see these guys making, you see that pace car go off now, and there's Barney with the green flag getting ready to wave it.
Green, green, green.
And we're going underway, folks. Clean start. They're making their way down to turn 1. 3 wide back in the middle of the pack there. See if they make it through. It's hopeful. Hope that they can. There they go, 3 wide. Clean so far. The front Osborne trying to take the lead away from your pole sitter by running around the momentum on the outside.
No, you're all right, Kelly. I thought we were on the for a second.
Side by side through the tricky, through that turn 2 rather, is a little bit tricky. Oh, you see the one get a little bit loose there, especially if you're getting pinched off on the inside on cold tires. Oh, the 81's into the wall. Don't know if that damaged him. He's gonna have to give up the lead there for the moment. Let's see if anybody else is able to get to him. Yeah, Brett McCoy challenging on the inside in that number 11 machine. Not there yet. 81's able to recover. Don't know if he has any wheel damage. That was a pretty significant hit coming out of turn 3, and it's a common area where these cars will hit the wall there. 81 holds on to the position for right now. Scott Tice is in third there. That 24 machine. Sounds like they're wrecking already. Yellow flag is out. Oh, this is a big one, folks. Giant wreck coming through turn 2. Wow, we're going to have to go back. That is a massive wreck. My overlay board just lit up red with the number of drivers that are involved in this. We're going to have to go back and kind of pick this apart. Not entirely shocking. I mentioned turn 2, man, is just... Turn 3 is important for your lap time. Turn 2 is just so tricky when you're in there side by side. 2 wide, let alone 3 wide. Let's go take a look. This is a pretty good place to start. We'll kind of look at the overview here. This is going down the straight, coming to turn 2 right here. Like somebody right there. Was that the 11? Maybe they see that car right there.
If I did, I apologize.
Let's see, where's the 88 at? Because that's kind of where that started. We're going through this together, folks. Let's take a look. Yes, it is. I think this is the 11. It is. So this is the 11 and 88 here. We got Brett McCoy on the inside of Mike Adamson here. He just doesn't hit the corner. He doesn't hit the line. And because this was at the front of the field, this is what causes this giant melee. And remember, these guys have fast repairs. None of these drivers are out of this here on this first incident. Now, what's unfortunate is they don't have... Oh, the guy's just trying to get apart here. Not able to do it. You can tell that the 88, Mike Adamson, is very frustrated with the situation there. I'll go through the list of people who are involved in this after we take one more look here from the chopper cam. Yeah, so you have to go down. You'll see the car right there in front. You see these cars in front of the 11, how they're getting down towards the yellow, and the 11 just does get down there. And this is where it starts. Everybody just piles into it. They're trying to slow down. That's what happened. So we got, just to go off the list of names here, at lap 4, we have involved in that crash, Stoney Benfield, Mike Adamson, Timmy McAdam Jr., Austin Fassett, Luke Chadwick, Brett McCoy, Michael Brooks, Gordon Spain, Scott Milner. Honestly, it could have been easier for me just to read the ones that were not involved. Dave Mayberry, Dalton Scaife, Joe Canales, George Rincon, Brian Rose, Colin Decker, Kelly Keel, Alex Anderson. Some of these I think are going to be repeat right through here. They are. Albert Anderson. So I might have repeated a couple there, but they all lit up there on my screen. But now you know what I know, folks. That was a big, big wreck. And it's going to take any flexibility some of these drivers thought they had by having a fast repair. It's going to take that out of the equation. They're going to have to drive more careful for the rest of this event. We're still one more lap away. They're going to go around. You'll see those lights go off, and then we'll get back underway here. We talk to one of these drivers. Hey, Dave Mayberry, it's Alan in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yep. Hey, what's up, Alan? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. So, did you lose your fast repair there? Were you able to hold on to it?
I only had 25 seconds of damage. I don't know why. I thought I was going to have about a minute or two. But I got lucky.
That's good because, man, that was almost the entirety of the field involved in some way.
Did you hear me telling everybody to wait? One car at a time move, because, we're just going to pile, trying to get out of there. We're just going to ruin everyone else even worse.
No, I certainly did. But, hey, man, as we get to go back green here, how do you think your chances are here tonight?
I don't know. I haven't raced the ARCA car in quite a while. So I remember last season I raced it here and I was doing all right until I got wrecked out. But I don't remember what I was doing. So I'm maybe between 10th and 15th place I'll end up, I'm guessing.
All right. Well, hey, man, good luck to you the rest of the way. I'm glad you were able to hold on to that fast repair. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Yeah, thanks for talking to me.
All right.
Dave Mayberry, we're going to jump back up front here with your pole sitter, Chris Goins. You're going to see this car go in, the pace car, and hand over control of the race to Chris. Doing a little bit of clean up on aisle 3 here in the background for you. A couple of things I didn't mention already. Next week, folks, is Talladega. Hope you're looking forward to that because I know I am. As we got Barney up there. He's not controlling the restart. That's going to be Chris Goins once he gets to the restart zone. Here he comes.
Green.
And we're back underway. Green flag. A good start there. Pretty wide already there. Just out maybe just at the end of the top 10. I'm coming down turn 1. One machine is out front. Osborne second. Tice third. As we look back here off the wall, they got through pretty safe. I would imagine after that giant pileup, these guys are going to be a little bit more careful. Want to take care of their equipment. Did 81 go wide? Somebody else did as well there. Didn't hit the wall, though. Oh, we got another wreck. Gonna be Alex Anderson. At 22 machine.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Andrew.
You see there, I got Alex there on your screen. He's he's racing out of Belton, Texas. One of our onboard driver cams, and we appreciate these guys giving us these insights for their real life looking rig here. Let's take a look and see what happens to Alex.
Car out of 1. Lucky dog.
Go over the shoulder here. Here he is going through turn 2. Just a little bit loose. Straightens it back up, and then the 30 gets a piece of him there. It's like the 30. I saw the 30 go wide, as I mentioned. Yep, he just comes off of that wall and then right hooks 22. I mean, that's unfortunate. For the 22 especially, but that was Austin Fassett in the 30. Yeah, it's unfortunate for these guys. All right, 7 laps, 2 cautions already. I'm sure. So if these guys have another one in quick succession here, Lori's going to put them single file for the restart. And they'll have to run at least 10 clean laps before she'll go back to a double file restart. That's one of the things that she does to try and get green flag laps in here for not only the viewers out there, but also for the drivers themselves, protecting them from themselves, so to speak. And we'll get into racing mode rather than crashing mode here. See, Alex probably pretty disappointed there. It was pretty close up tonight. Let me see if I can adjust that for you.
Hi guys, if you can't get 10 laps in, I'm going to put you single file.
Under single file, would we still be nuts to butts?
Yeah, this is probably going to be a little bit better of a view for you. There we go. Get his name out of his face. Anyway, so he's going to get buttoned up, folks, and get back out there and get to racing. So I don't think he's out of it yet. Jump back up front here. We can see we got one more lap to go before we get back to racing. Once the lights go out on top of the pace car, that means the next lap we're going green. Make them hear this. Yeah, as I was mentioning, Talladega's next week, so make sure you tune in on the 19th of June for that race. That's going to be very exciting for us. Great time. So as we get ready to go back green, another lap. Chris Goins, Scott Tice, Jonathan Osborne make up your podium right now at the moment. See if I can get a chat with your leader here. I'm sure he's probably looking to get some green flag laps in here, but not able yet. Let's take a discussion here with Mr. Chris Goins. Hey, Chris, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yeah, what's up, buddy? I got you.
Hey, leading the race here. I'm sure you'd like to get some racing in here if we can. What is it? 3 cautions already within the first few laps here. How are you feeling about the race overall, though? Took pole. That's great.
Yeah, I always look forward to this place. This is my favorite track of all of them on the service. So I love this place. I do hope we get some green flags in. Definitely want to use up some of these tires and see what we have for the end. But yeah, clean air is going to be king, and hopefully we can keep it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, the more we do this, the strategy starts to go away a little bit if we don't start using up these tires. And it seems like turn 2 has been people's issue tonight. I mean, we always talk about how tricky it is, but if we can't get spread out, it's going to remain so as we head off into the middle part of this race.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, these things are tough because you get behind somebody, you can't necessarily see your brake points, whatever. Me, I lift early into 2 anyways, so hopefully we get it settled back down and get some green flags here and put on a show for you.
All right, buddy. Hey, thanks for talking to me. I'll let you get refocused and get ready to hit that restart zone. Good luck.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep. That's your leader right now, folks. Track Bar Media racer Chris Goins, looking to bring home the victory here tonight, but first he wants to get some racing in. We don't blame him. That's what we're here for. Once we get started here, maybe I'll have an opportunity to talk about who's in the chat up there, folks. Pace car is off, handing over control.
Green flag, green flag.
And he's gone. We're back under green. He gets a great jump there over Scott Tice. Race is on for second between Tice and Jonathan Osborne in the 81. Making our way into turn 1. Nearly side by side. 81's going to drive it in there deep. He does. We'll see if he's got enough off the corner. Cautions back out. Going to involve Andrew Cawthon and Tim McAdam Sr. So you're going to see Lori probably put these guys single file for this restart coming up. We burned off 10 laps and hardly got any racing in so far. I can take a look, see what happens here. So that black machine right here you're looking at, this is Andrew Coffin. And Tim McAdams Sr. is here in the 67 K&N Chevrolet. Look over the shoulder here. I think it's probably going to start with Andrew Coffin. No, it doesn't. It starts with the 67. And he catches the 10. Here we go. I thought the 10 was up in front of the 67. So this is the 67 and the 88. 88's there into the corner. Don't know if McAdams Sr. knew he was there. Take a look and see. Slightly different angle here.
And he's moving now.
Yeah, he's gone.
With the 88 machine. Yeah, I don't know that 67 knew he was there and just kind of ends up going off of his nose there, and that's what happens. See who else got caught up in this.
You coming, Alex?
Yeah, can the 22 get a yellow or something?
So the 10, 22, Anderson gets it there. Looks like the 82 is probably going to, oh, yeah, gets a piece as well, and George Rincon. So good wise we're racing. You can see both these guys, the 82 and the 28. And that was an unfortunate corner for that team. You see some lap cars getting their lap back there, wave around. Take a check on the chat here while we have an opportunity. See Lori out there engaging everybody. We see Jeremy Gammon out there saying, go Ryan. I don't know if Ryan, I think Ryan told us he's out with the flu tonight. Double check that.
What was that, Doug?
Lori can confirm. I'm pretty certain
Way too long to keep doing this all
he
night.
didn't make it. That is Ryan Walton, the number 5 machine. I don't see him on the track. He let us know earlier. He is not feeling well. So, hey, Ryan, hope you get better, buddy, and get back here next week. We look forward to seeing you back on the track. And, the flu and pneumonia, these are not things to take lightly, as evidenced by the recent tragedy of Kyle Busch, folks. So, if you're not feeling under the weather, make sure you're taking care of yourself. If it's prolonged, make sure you see somebody. I don't know that would have helped Kyle Busch any, but it's something to take into account. Kyle was a young man, so it doesn't have to only be, if you're in advanced age to be a threat to you. Just depends. See who else is out there. We got fans out there pulling for Kelly, killing that 01 machine. Kelly right now coming off pit lane. Right here in his Budweiser 01. He has an onboard camera for us, so we'll have a chance to take a look and see what's going on with him. We get back underway here. Just to see the lights go out on top of the pace car here. That's going to indicate that there's one more lap before we go green.
Sorry, Brett, they didn't tell me to let you buy until just now. Oh, no, that's scary. Oh, you're good, man. No worries.
And she does indeed have them single file. That being Lori. Albert Anderson Sr. out there pulling for his son, the 99 machine of Albert Anderson. Albert's in 21st right now. And that AC Delco, a 99. Dale's Jr. throwback, at least to my recollection. He may be looking at somebody else, but he's going down pit lane, pop off on fuel. Since he's towards the back of the grid, this is a strategy play. So anybody pulling for Albert, don't worry. He's got a plan, as he always does. And I'm assuming that, it just depends where you're running. That kind of dictates what are you going to do for this caution. I'm running towards the back, so I got nothing to lose. Go ahead and top off on fuel and have strategy options towards the end of this race. He's back on track here. Looking to get back to the back of the field, catch up to the back of the field so we can get started again. Is the fronts making their way through turn 2. Thanks for being here, Mr. Anderson. And Anderson clan, they all show up to support the 99. Got Lisa McAdam out there saying hello to Lori. Good luck, 27 and 67. That's her two boys that are in the race tonight here. I think her husband and one of her sons. Albert Anderson himself, the 99 machine, says hello to everybody. Thank you for joining tonight's race. And he's starting from the pits, he said. But he started from the back. I don't know if he's used his fast repair. I did see that he was indicated as being involved in that one incident in turn 2, but I didn't see the severity of that. It could have been just the fact that he stopped on track to miss it. As we're coming around now, we're going to see this pace car pull off. And in control over to Chris Gomes.
Green, green, green.
And here we go. Back underway. Single file, they can't pass or pull out until after they cross the line here, folks, and nobody does, so good job on them. Barreling down to turn 1 here. Jonathan Oswald's closing in. He might be taking a look. He's there. We see from way downtown here. I want to say that might be Colin Decker in the 8 machine. It is, trying to make his way around Gordon Spain. So far, so good. We're clear. Now we're already side by side. We'll see if these guys keep it clean. There's the 8 machine. Inside of the 38, making his way through turn 2. This is the tricky part of the track so far for these guys. It's just such a high-speed corner. You can overestimate your ability to have grip, and next thing you know, you're into the outside car or the outside wall. See how this works out here. He's kind of gripping the inside. He does have the advantage at the moment. 38's going to have the momentum now. You guys are coming down 3 here. 2 by 2 in the first half. A big gap here before you get back to the rest of the field. And they're 3 and 4 wide back here.
That would have been.
Colin Decker ends up falling back there in 5th place, in behind the 38. He's got some hungry hounds behind him, so it's good for him. Another caution. As we started to get racing there, we got Dion Jones and Tim McAdams Sr. involved in the crash here. I was going to say that Colin felt the pressure of those Austin Fast and Michael Brooks and Dave Mayberry coming up behind him. He knew he needed to get going, or risk being passed himself.
It's okay. We're not going to discuss it in all teams.
All right, so they didn't get 10 clean laps in there, so we're going to remain single file here. Go back and take a look and see what happened. We Dion Jones here in the Mountain Dew car on the inside. The other car involved is McAdams Sr. at 67 right in front of him. Oh, this involved the 82 as well. I think that Mike Everidge in the 82, I think he maybe catches up the 67 more. Or 67 was braking a little earlier than he expected, and he goes down. Make sure he didn't hit him, but wasn't quite clear of the 4. And that's just going to domino him into the outside wall, and he collects the 67 along the way. And that's what happened. And in the course of that, Jonathan Osborne was able to snake the lead away from Gones. Let's get a word with your current leader. Hey, Jonathan Osborne, sound in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man. You were able to get the lead, wrestle that lead away from Chris Gones there with that one restart. Been kind of a wreck fest up to this point, but you guys are at least maintaining your track position, which is, I would say, would be my strategy to stay out of the melee out back. But how do you feel about your speed tonight? Do you feel like you got something for Gones and take home the trophy?
Yeah, I feel like we got a pretty good chance right here with Gones. You know, we put in a pretty good lap. Just hope I don't trip a breaker tonight. I've done that the past 3 nights in a row, so we'll see how it goes.
Not for sure. You know, jump in the pit lane here, deciding to play some strategy here. You want to share? You want to keep that secret?
We'll share. I'll share. I'm gonna come get some fuel. I was hoping I'd bring more people down with me. I lost the track position I wanted to keep, but I think it's still a good shot at staying up towards the front. Everyone's gonna have to pit here sooner rather than later, so I think we got a good shot at this. I hit the wall there.
Yeah.
In turn 1 on the exit of turn 3 on the first lap. So.
Yeah, we saw that. We caught that live. I was wondering if you had any wheel damage or anything lingering from that.
I thought I did. It felt a little tight after that second restart, and I lost second place. But I think it was just a heat cycle on the tires. They felt a lot better when I came back out, or when we got racing again. So I hope we still got some speed in the car. I think if we can stay out of trouble here, we got a good shot at coming back up to the front.
No, for sure. That'll be key. You got other strategists back there with you, by the way. Albert Anderson's certainly playing the strategy from back there. So you're in good company. But I appreciate you talking to us, man. I know you're not on camera tonight because you had some issues. Talk about your breaker issues there at the house. I would rather have you on the track racing, even though we love having you live in real life. But hey, you'll get that figured out eventually, and we'll get you back onto the live camera feed.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for talking to me, buddy, and good luck the rest of the way.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's always fun being up here in the booth, getting to chat with you.
No, for sure. Hey, man, I did pull you out of the race drivers meeting, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, good luck.
Alrighty, thank you.
Jonathan Osborne, folks. He was your leader. Now he went in to play some strategy, and he handed that over back to Chris Gomes. Still got the lights on top of that pace car. If we got anybody else to talk about here, let's talk to Chris's teammate there, Brian Rose. Hey, Brian Rose is down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, you're running fast tonight. Your teammates up there on point so far for the most part. How are you feeling about your speed and your chances to take away that trophy from your teammate?
Now, Chris is really good. He's been doing this for a long time, but had to come from the back tonight, and just lucky enough to be up here sitting behind him right now. Avoided a couple wrecks, and you know, if we could ever get going here, I feel like we got pretty good pace. Always ran pretty decent here at this track, so kind of excited to get some green flag laps under us and see how it shakes out.
Yeah, for sure, man. I haven't talked to you much since you come on board. It's great seeing you. Super fast. But before I let you get refocused here, do you have any shout-outs for anybody who's watching maybe out there?
Oh, no, just you guys for always putting on a good, clean race and stuff. I know we got a little trouble tonight, but broadcast is always good, and everybody who needs any marketing help or anything, go check out Track Bar Media, and let's go up here and see if we can't take this one away from Gunsey.
That's what I'm saying, man. Go give him a run for his money and steal that trophy away from him. Take his cookie bag. But anyway, thanks for talking to me, Brian, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, folks, at the 89 machine, Brian Rose out of Verner, West Virginia, up here with his teammate. So right now you got Track Bar Media Racing holding on to the top two spots, looking to make sure they take home the victory one way or another here this evening. We'll reset you here. Chris Gomes is the top position. Teammate there, Brian Rose second. Gordon Spain is up 6 spots. I want to mention Brian Rose is up 21 spots since the beginning of the race, by the way. Gordon Spain's up 6. Colin Decker's in 4th, up 23. And in 5th place, Austin Fassett up 5 positions so far. Right there in 6th, up 13 spots is Dave Mayberry. So don't count him out either. We talked to him earlier, and here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
We are back underway, folks. See if we can get it going here. If we can get spread out a bit, it'll turn into more of a strategy race. You go on to turn 1. You can see 38 took a little bit of a look, dribbled a bit deeper in there, but not really much. Back here in that second position, second group of cars here, Colin Decker, Fassett, and Mayberry. Right on the back of Mayberry here for a moment. That 29 machines is going to make his way through turn 2. He's going to want to get down as close as he can to that yellow line. You see the other guy's made it a little bit further down. He's probably going to want to do that. Sometimes as you're following other cars, the arrow, the wind coming off of the car in front of you can push you wide as well, unexpectedly at times. Even if the prior lap you felt pretty good about it, as they're making their way back out of turn 3. So far, so good. We completed a lap under green. Now we got to get at least 9 more before Lori's going to let these guys go back to race and double file on the future restarts if we have any. Hopefully, maybe not necessary. We're watching the 30th Fassett battle with the 29 here for this 5th position. And he does get around there. 30 does. 29's playing the long game here, not wanting to damage his car, not wanting to damage his tires at this point in the race. See who's running close here. Everybody pretty much at the moment Let's see who's running the closest. We got Jonathan Osborne trying to make his way back up through the field, trying to make a pass right now on Andrew Cawthon. And this is going to be for 14th. Andrew gets a good run out of the final turn, and that momentum is going to carry down the straightaway as Osborne was unable to get back to throttle fully. 27 is going to jump out here and take a look. That's Timmy McAdam Jr. Going to take a run on the faster passer, Stoney Benfield. Tim McAdam Jr. here runs out of Deshore, Pennsylvania. Deshore. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly, folks. If I am not, please forgive me. Take on board with Dustin Eaton. Dustin's up 15 positions. I want to say, he was one of our penalty starts here tonight, so making great progress. Dustin is racing out of Temple, Texas. Peerless promo might be the colors on this car, the sponsor on this car, but he's having a good run right now, up 15 spots, running in 9th, having just passed Luke Chadwick for that position. Now it looks like we're getting a bit racy here. Starting to spread just a little bit. Let's take a look at the track map if I dare. Quite, but you can see it on your screen. They are starting to spread a bit. And if we can do this for about, I don't know, 5 to 10 more laps, we'll probably be in a position, as you're watching the 14 get around Aaron Warren here, in a position, gets up onto the curb a little bit. Not going to be able to gain that spot. And in fact, might lose Chadwick. Chadwick's going to take his spot here. 14 had no momentum off of turn 3. Go up here, they get pretty racy at the front. This is Goins, Rose, Spain, Decker. The top 4 cars here. Here you go, Gordon Spain looking to make a move on Brian Rose for 2nd position, and he's there. Slide jobs him into turn 2. 8's going to go ahead and take advantage as well as the 89 loses momentum. But Brian Rose went from 2nd. Probably might end up at the back of this 4-car train. Fights back on the outside, though. Able to take that spot back. We'll see if Decker makes a move into turn 1. Does not this time. They line back up nose to tail and see if they can start to run away from the field a bit more. 24 laps complete, folks. Starting to take a little bit of a green flag look here. Nicole Decker's out there in the chat pulling for the 8 machine. We're watching him right now battle for that 3rd position with Brian Rose. Got it for the moment. Or he's out there telling people about Walton not racing tonight. I'm just running through the chat here, make sure I'm hitting the highlights, folks. Been a lot of accidents, haven't been able to take a look at the chat too much. Got TM Kitchen and Grill out there. He's pulling for Albert Anderson, that 99 machine, as always. I want to say that might be his brother or his cousin. Welcome, TM Kitchen and Grill. It's like somebody asked Lori if we're racing the Coronado event next week. Absolutely. We're racing Coronado, and that's the street course. It's going to be on Wednesday night's Premier Series, so it's Craftsman Trucks, folks, at the newly minted Coronado track there on Naval Base Coronado, which is fantastic. If you've ever been out there, the scenery is going to be fantastic. Oh, man, Colin Decker's looking very racy here tonight. Looking to make a move here on Gordon Spain for 2nd place. Got the momentum going down the front stretch. Looking into turn 1, he may be able to complete the pass here. We'll see how much Spain is able to battle back on the outside. They touch just a little bit of most Decker had to get. He's going to lose momentum. He may lose the spot now. See, this is the danger. Rose is going to get around him here. That National Guard number 8 machine is going to have to drop into the behind the this 3-car ring at the moment. That's the danger. If you can't complete the pass, if you got somebody right behind you, you're looking at getting past yourself. Yeah, Kathy A out there saying hello to everybody and pulling for Albert Anderson. VFW MG Texas chairman just able to sign in. And we see the new 22 design. Let's take a look at the 22 car. He was involved in some incidents earlier, and it's going to be... Where's he running at the moment? That's Alex Anderson. Right now he's running 25th. Got that car cleaned up, though. Races out of Belton, Texas. If we can get a little closer look here. I can't do a lot while I'm broadcasting, folks, but I can try to give you a better look. Veteran lives matter. So this is the new livery, apparently, for the 22. Important our troops. I do like how you've worked in the tribute into the 22, a number there for the logo. Operation Daily Battle. So there you go. VFW. Good look at the paint scheme there on the 22 of Alex Anderson. We're going to jump back into the front here. Maybe go through the field. 8 cars just announced that he's going in. That's Colin Decker. So maybe what I'll do here is if we're getting to some green flag stops, we'll watch that happen first. And then I'll run through the field and reset where your favorite driver's running. Folks, if you haven't already, we'll see the 8 car going in right here. It goes Colin Decker. Let's see if he takes tires on this one. So this is the National Guard machines on pit lane. See a couple more cars behind him here. Little caddy corner into his pit box. Looks like it's fuel only. I think that was Austin Bassett there passing him. He's the only other car on pit lane, so he's only taking fuel here. I mentioned they don't have unlimited tires. They only had 2 extra sets. Looks like Bassett's doing the same thing here in that Trackside Graphics herd machine. The front, Chris Gomes, Gordon Spain, Brian Rose. That's your top trio. A little bit further back, the next set of cars is being led by Scott Tyson, 4th. Dave Mayberry right behind him there. Looks like these guys are all staying out. So let's run through the field. We got a chance here. Here's a 24. At Avon, Mississippi, Scott Tyson. Dave Mayberry out of Tucson, Arizona. Check something here. Okay, I know what happened there. There we go. So you got Dave Mayberry running in the 4th position. Aaron Warren, 5th. Dustin Eaton having a great run so far, up 18 spots in 6th. Jonathan Osborne, we saw him earlier go to the back of the field. Now he's back up towards the front in 7th. Luke Chadwick's running 8th. Kelly Kill, I know he's got a fan out there watching, at least one. He's here 16 spots up. He is in that Budweiser Ford machine, and he is running 9th. The Sun Drop machine of Mike Adamson out of Sanford, Florida is running 10th. You got Joe Canales. Is he racing that in Washington, D.C.? I didn't realize that. He is in 11th. I thought Albert Anderson was the only DC driver we had. You got Timmy McAdam Jr. running in 12th as he scrapes the wall in that Turtle Beach machine a bit. Got Michael Brooks in that good-looking Darth Vader Wrangler, I call it. I like that. Running at 13th. 19th position without Kyle Busch. M&M throwback. Scott Milner out of Pittsburgh, Indiana. 14th. Andrew Cawthon of Bartow, Florida, running 15th. Tony Benfield, Faster Pastor out of Albemarle, North Carolina, running at 16th. Albert Anderson, the AC Delco Chevrolet, is in 17th. Mike Everidge out of Melbourne, Kentucky, is in 18th position. Brett McCoy is running 19th. We got Gordon Spain, Dave Mayberry, and Alex Anderson on pit lane at the moment, so keeping you abreast of that. George Rancon right now running 20th. Chris Goins hit pit lane and came out, and he's back to 21st now. It's just because we got to get through this pit cycle. As well as Colin Decker, he dropped back to 22nd. Dalton Scaife in the 69, 23rd. Austin Fassett, 24th. You can see the 22 machine of Alex Anderson just now finishing his pit lane service. He's in 25th. Dan McAdams Sr. running 26th out of Mildred, Pennsylvania. And Dion Jones is out of the race. Right now, your leader is Brian Rose out of Vernon, West Virginia. He's not been on pit lane for this cycle of stops yet. We did have a rash of cautions at the beginning of this race, folks, as you recall. So we have a few different cars who ran down pit lane there and got some fuel during those cautions. And that's going to give us some varying strategies during the race here. So, for instance, Brian Rose did go down pit lane at lap 3. So he has a few more laps than the other guys he was running with, but he's going to have to hit pit lane pretty quick here. Scott Tice, on the other hand, Aaron Warren, Dustin Eaton, and Luke Chadwick all went down on lap 11, so they have more laps to go as well. So what they're hoping for right now, that Scott Tice takes over the lead here, is they're hoping for a caution before they have to hit pit lane. And that's true also of your 5th place runner here, Jonathan Osborne, Mike Adamson. These guys were at the end on 16, 17. Kelly Kill was at 11. Michael Brooks was at 17. So you have a slew of drivers up here winning 11 and 16, all the way back to Stoney Benfield here in the 12th position. And Brian Rose looks like he was coming off pit lane, so he did finish up his. He's got to stay down. It should be good to go now. Scott Tice is your leader. That 24 machine. Folks, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out. Helps out these drivers. We showcase the drivers. We are live here every Wednesday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We have the Vigilante Premier Series. That's our top series on Wednesday night in the Craftsman trucks. And then we have the Vanquish Series, which is an ARCA series here on Friday nights. We have great action. We have different drivers in both. We do have some cross-pollination between the series. That is to say that there's drivers that race in both. But we do have a different stable altogether. You see the 14 making his way around the leader there with those new tires. Actually, he took over the lead. That's Dustin Eaton taking over the lead here, as probably Tyson was getting ready to hit pit lane, and he did. So now new leader Dustin Eaton here for the first time tonight out of Temple, Texas. We're rolling pretty good now, folks. 36 laps out of this 85 lap event. Scott Tice, Aaron Warren, Luke Chadwick, Kelly Kill, all on pit lane. You see Kelly here finishing up his. He's taking tires. Aaron Warren's taking tires as well. Chadwick's finished his, as well as Scott Tice. A little bit of a race off pit lane here between these guys. Tice is going to prevail at the moment. Nine ends up going around on the outside. I don't know if Tice thought he had to stay down below that yellow line all the way around or not. If I could take a quick look at that from a different angle. Once you cross that blue line right here, see the blue cone, and you cross that blue line, you can go ahead and pull up onto the racing surface. But it looked like maybe, I thought 24 thought maybe he had to stay down there below it. And that is true at a lot of tracks. A lot of tracks you have to stay below that yellow line all the way around the turn. Talladega next week is a good example of that.
Hold on, Tim. Got it, buddy.
Justin Eaton coming off pit lane right now, finishing up his pit road service, as well as Joe Canellis. Jonathan Osborne is now your leader. We'll see at the end of this race. We don't know what's going to happen as far as how many green flag laps to the end. Do we run it the rest of the way to the end? Who's going to have the advantage based on these different or varying levels of fuel? Now, we could get a caution at any point now, and if we were to get a caution, that's probably going to take all this strategy for fuel out of the mix, because most likely the field will go down and refuel as one. They'll all be back pretty close to each other. Mike Adams is now in second. These guys, through this strategy, made their way to the front here. Michael Brooks. Jimmy McAdams Jr. making his way on pit lane now. Got to be down to pit lane speed of those yellow cones you see there. Jonathan Osborne is also on pit lane. We'll see if he takes tires here.
'88's pitting this time by. 88 this time by.
Yep, taking tires. Mike Adamson, current leader, calling out to the field that he's going into pit lane. He called it out well in advance here. He's going through turn 2 here. Got a 92 Michael Brooks right close to him. You see a little bit of damage on the back end of Mike Adamson, that right rear. Spoiler looks okay, so I don't know if it's affecting his handling too much. You got it. Brooks going in right behind him. And this is going to hand over the lead to this man, Albert Anderson, America's driver, back on point. First time tonight, up 12 spots right now, running in the top position. He was last on pit lane at lap 17, so we're probably going to see him hit pit lane here in a moment. He is way down on the track, though. Don't know if did he run out of fuel. This is not usual, folks. You should not be there. Go on board and see what's happening. Yep, you see his RPMs are down to 300. He is out of fuel, coasting back. I don't know if he just miscalculated or what happened. You'll probably see him take the service road here. Really creeping down. See what his speed is. 46 miles an hour. You can see the dashboard in the lower right-hand portion of the screen. Brett McCoy is now your leader. That's really unfortunate for Albert Anderson. This is probably just a miscalculation on his fuel gauge. It happens, folks. I've done it. Everybody out here's done it. And I've done it. Even when you're experienced, it happens because you're always trying to push the envelope and get that last little bit of advantage. 33 miles per hour. Let's see if he makes it back, because to tow is going to be like 5 minutes. So if he can make it back and make it to his pit box, it's better, even as slow as he's running, than having to tow back to his to the pit lane. You see other drivers. Albert doing the gentlemanly thing here, making sure he's not affecting other drivers. He's staying way to the left, so he's not in their way. He does what he expects other drivers to do for him.
67 pitting in.
We'll see if he makes it all the way back. I mean, he is still slowing. 20 miles per hour. Chris Goins is back on point now. As I'm watching your leaderboard, you can watch it with me on the left-hand side. This is agonizingly painful. He's not even to the first group of pits here. Passing the 01. 14, the 88. You see the signboards were just above him there. Right there. If you don't stop, by the way, if you stop too soon, let's see if he did. He's fine. If you stop outside the box and you have no power, you're not able to get back into your box and get service. And then you end up having to tow. So that was super painful to watch. But it happens. And he's back underway for Anderson Nation out there, so you know. Back up front, Chris Gomes has the lead. Colin Decker's in second, up 25 spots so far tonight, Colin is. Been a great run, but he's also got Gordon Spain there in tow in third place. They make their way through turn 2. Ryan Rose here in the 89 machine. Track Bar Media Racing is up 19 spots so far tonight, holding down fourth place. And Dustin Eaton, even after he made that pit stop, you know, he's a little bit later than everybody else. He's up tremendously. He's up into fifth, up 19 spots. You got Jonathan Osborne right there in tow. That's fourth position, running sixth. Jonathan's looking on the inside. Making our way down this long front stretch. Going to make the move, and he's going to try the slide job. Coming out of 1, and he's there. Let's see if the 14th is able to fight back. But he's going to try to. Not quite have the momentum, though, from that inside line. Edith Anderson out there in the chat saying hello to VRL and everybody. Ryan Walton says, sorry you missed tonight, dealing with the flu. We talked about that earlier. Got John Shanebach, shout out rather. I think is what he meant. To 92 of Brooks, 23 of Warren, Luke Chadwick to the 9, Spain to 38. The 12 will be back next week for Talladega. So he's not here this week. Lori's up saying hello to him. Hey, Mary's in fifth. Let's go, Dave. That's Shane Buckler again, pulling for Dave. We're watching Jonathan Osborne and Dustin Eaton here at the moment. Kathy A out there in the chat saying she's proud of Albert. I think all of them, everybody in the Anderson camp there, they really go up, pull for their man, that 99 machine, and he usually puts on a tremendous show for them. This goes on pit lane. Don't know. Is this unscheduled? Lap 45. Any damage or anything? Was your leader. This could be a strategy play. Running aboard in the cockpit here with Chris. Race is out of Charlotte, North Carolina, so the heart of NASCAR country. And he's taking tires this time. Don't know if he did last time. It seems early, but this is probably right on time for Chris. He knows what he wants to do, what he wants to accomplish here tonight. Nicole Decker out there pulling for her man, the number 8 machine. Colin Decker. No issue here for the number 1. I'm assuming this was planned for him. All right, Colin Decker is now your leader. Out of Milan, New York. Calls himself the Sandbagger. Maybe his buddies gave him that moniker, I'm not sure. Got that number 8 machine out front. I'm sure Junior Nation, I'm assuming he might be a fan of Dale Earnhardt Jr. But running those colors in National Guard, number 8, I'm pretty sure he is. Making them look good here tonight. Out on point. Brian Rose right there, pretty close to him.
Sorry, Mike, I did not mean to swerve back left.
Got Gordon Spain's now on pit lane, so I'm starting to see some of these front runners hit pit lane again.
Oh, good, buddy.
Colin Decker was last on the lanes going in now. He was at 28. Brian Rose is going to follow him in, even though he didn't have to. But we're starting to see this now. And Jonathan Osborne takes over the lead. Dustin Eaton in second. Yes, this is about right, because they can go, I don't know if I mentioned to you, about 21 laps on a tank of fuel. Those guys were on lap 28, so they could have gone to 49, but it depends on how much. When I say those guys, I'm talking about Brian Rose and Colin Decker. It depends on how much they were able to save fuel. Dustin Eaton's looking pretty racy here at the moment. Either that or he's trying to have a tremendously good lap times running in draft, where the 81 does dip to the inside here. I thought his car kind of had a little bit of body language, like he was about to make the move. I don't know if he's going to pull it here with the momentum on the outside with Jonathan Osborne coming out of 3. They're side by side, and the 14 is going to have to fall in line.
Just take the bottom here, Chris.
10-4. Thank you, Jeff.
Back here and get some look at some of this other action we got going. Look at these guys scraping the wall back here. Riding on board with Aaron Warren out of Jasper, Alabama. Oh, got really close to that wall. You see him. He's running ninth. He's pulling up behind Luke Chadwick and Andrew Cawthon. They're side by side going through the tunnel turn. That's turn 2. Here's really up here, close to the loose stuff. He's making it stick. But we do see Andrew Cawthon make the pass there on Chadwick. Jonathan Osborne was able to take the lead back from, or actually hold on to the lead from Eaton. Eaton took a look earlier and was not able to make the pass. He's still really close with him at the moment. 50 laps complete, 35 to go, folks. Got Dave Mayberry's on pit lane.
30 putting in this time. 30 putting in this time.
The 30 machine of Fassett going in. We got Maddie out there saying hello to her family, the Anderson family, and pulling for her dad, the 99 machine of Albert Anderson. Albert's right now, he's running in the 24th position there, Maddie. Just to let you and everybody else know. Running that good-looking AC Delco machine here tonight. He has just went down pit lane about 10 or 11 laps ago. Don't know if he had some issues earlier. We'll see if he's able to race his way back up to the front. Tim McAdams Jr. is on pit lane. That's Timmy McAdam. I'll tell you what. While we have this opportunity, why don't we do crank it up segment? So if you would like to hear what it sounds like inside these virtual cars, most of these guys have their engines cranked up to maximum. Go ahead and crank up your headphones, your computer speakers, or your television. And we'll be right back.
Mike, I'm pitting this time. Mike, I'm pitting this time. Pitting this time by.
All right, folks, we're back. Hope you enjoyed that Crank It Up segment. 56 laps in the books of 85. The Edith Anderson out there saying, hey, Maddie, love you. Family fair here in VRL. We love it. Lori's the one that cultivates that. My wife Lori, she does a great job at all that, making sure everybody is fairly handled as far as the competition is concerned, but also feel part of our family here in VRL. And we like to think the same for the viewers. So if you come here and watch us every Wednesday and Friday, we certainly are very happy to have you and want to have you join in on the conversation.
Take the bottom here, Gordon.
Again, if you haven't already, actually, let's get that fixed back up. That should have happened. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, folks. We do appreciate it because it helps us out, helps us highlight these drivers and incredible talent we have in both of our series here in the Vigilante Racing League. And if you haven't already, if you like some sports car racing, we do that too. We turn left and right on occasion, mostly endurance sports car racing. So we're talking GT3 racing or the prototypes. If you hit that notification bell, you'll never miss out on one of those events, which are not regularly scheduled. You know, they happen. They're special events within iRacing. Right now, we're watching Gordon Spain here in the 8th position. Lead this pack of cars of Brian Rose, Colin Decker, Brett McCoy. I want to say Mike Everidge, not quite there. Brett McCoy here is at the back. This particular train looking on as he sees Colin Decker pulling away just a bit there. Up front, you have Jonathan Osborne leading this race. I'm going to run through the field here. See where your favorite driver's running. Jonathan Osborne out of Woodbury, New Jersey. Up one spot. Started second tonight, so see how this works out for him. How's the strategy going to play out? 88 machine Mike Adamson here in second, up 3 spots from where he started the night. Michael Brooks in third, up 5 spots. Tony Benfield, Faster Pastors in fourth, up 2 spots from where he began.
Pitting this time by pitting.
Chris Gomes, I hear that your leader is going to hit pit lane. That's Jonathan Osborne. Chris Gomes running 5th at the moment. Colin Decker up 21 spots, running in 6th. Let me take a look. I think he is your biggest gainer of the night so far. He is. 21 positions in that National Guard Chevrolet. Brian Rose, he's in 7th, up 16 spots himself. Gordon Spain out of Fredericksburg, Virginia, is running in 8th. Brett McCoy, Brett the real McCoy, I'm sure he's heard that one before, running in 9th at the moment. Mike Everidge is in 10th out of Melbourne, Kentucky.
88 pitting this time by.
Dustin Eaton's been doing a great job tonight. Gained a lot of spots. Runs out of Temple, Texas. He's running 11th right now. Or the 88 machine is hitting pit lane as well. Jonathan Osborne, Stony Benfield, both on pit lane. Andrew Cawthon in the 10 right now is running in 12th. Probably going to gain a couple spots here as those cars were in front of him. Dave Mayberry, right up 6 spots at the moment, running 13th. Scott Tyson at 24 is running 14th. We're about to be 25 laps to go here, folks. Timmy McAdam Jr. is in 15th. Aaron Warren, Jasper, Alabama, 16th. Kelly Kill, kind of on board with Kelly tonight. I haven't shown yet. Let's take a look at that. See, he's got a 3-monitor setup going on. He's running in 17th right now in that Budweiser Chevy. Luke Chadwick's in 18th. Scott Miller, 19th. George Rincon out of Cumming, Georgia, is running in 19th now. We got cars that are shifting on and off track. Mike Adamson, Michael Brooks, and Mike Evers on pit lane. Joe Canellis as well. Austin Fast. Oh, just hit the wall there. And the 30 Machines running 22nd. Albert Anderson right now running in 23rd. Dalton Scaife, 24th. Joe Canellis on pit lane. Alex Anderson, 25th position. Out of Belton, Texas. Tim McAdams Sr. is running 26th. And Deion Jones out of the race, folks. Back up front now. The lead has shifted as he gets really close to that wall. To this man, Chris Gomes, who has a nearly 7-second lead over second place Colin Decker. Got Lori out there in the chat. Hey man, single file works that's her nuclear option. When she says single file works every time, she's talking about we tend to have a few crashes really close together. After the second time, she warns them, hey man, if we have one more, we're going to go single file. And then they inevitably, well, not inevitably, but oftentimes it happens, goes single file. And we have a better opportunity to have green flag running after that. And that's what happened tonight. She put them single file after we had, I want to say, 3 cautions in quick succession. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 4. We had 4, actually. So even when she put them single file, we had another one. And you kept them in single file, and then it worked from there. These guys actually tore their cars up pretty good at the beginning of the race, and many of them had to use their fast repair. And that also changes the way they drive. But right now, it looks as if the strategy is playing into Chris Gomes' hands. He's pulling out to a 7-second lead. He doesn't want to see a caution in the next 23 laps. Let's see where he stands on his fuel right now at the moment with 23 laps to go. He was last on pit lane at 45. Let me double check that. He was pit lane at 45. So that means he should be able to go to lap 66.
Take the bottom here,
Which
guys.
so he should be hitting pit lane in another 3 laps or so for his final stop, which will certainly put him with enough fuel to make the distance. He's running that Sky Frame Toyota Camry here tonight. Changes out these his sponsors as much as Real Life NASCAR does. I have to keep a notebook just to know what he's running. The Albert Anderson Sr. in the chat saying hello to his sisters and to Madison, to Maddie. If we can find you some racing on the track. Here's Colin Decker's in a pretty good fight here with the 89 of Rose. And he takes that position for the moment into 3rd. Rose falls into 4th, and they're both right behind Gordon Spain. So this is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The way things are working right now, that might be what they're racing for 2nd. The way Chris Gomes is just, he's gapping the field here. Now, it has kind of leveled out. He was approaching 7 seconds. He's still sitting at 6.9. Actually, go approaching 7 again. He just hit 7 seconds. We'll see. He might be just modulating, taking care of his tires. Looking for another battle out here for you. 75 might be going for a move here. Tony Benfield on Timmy McAdam. Timmy's really high in that turn, too. 35 gets a run. I think he's going to clear him here. He does. Will the 27 come back, though? Going back to the inside. Going to try, do the crossover. He's there. He's alongside. That is Timmy McAdam. Preferred position going into 1.
A car pitting in this time.
Oh, he gets a little slidey, you see down that bottom there. Gonna have to fall in line here. Colin Decker's on pit lane. Brett McCoy. Colin Decker giving up third position for that. Austin Fassett racing back here with George Rancon.
Sorry, 38.
George goes high here. I don't know if George is carrying some damage or maybe making a fuel play here. Scott Tyson, Dave Mayberry. These guys are running here for the 6th position. Tice wants it to the inside of the 29. They're way down. Straight away going into 2. 24 may have the advantage as he pushes the 29 wide. Doesn't really push him. He's just taking away the lane. And there we go. Scott Tice up to 6th.
10's fitting.
Pit Machine's hitting pit lane. Go back here, look at Chadwick. I'm trying to find you the closest battles here on the track, folks. But Chadwick trying to take over the 12th spot from Aaron Warren. Oh, it gets super close here. And he makes it happen. Ooh, Dustin Eaton up here with the 38 machine. They touch. Dustin just took over 10th position. He's on the same tire strategy right now, it looks like. So, as I suspected, we had our leader hit pit lane. Now your leader is Jonathan Osborne. Jonathan was last on pit lane at lap 59. That means he can run to 80, so he can go damn nearly to the end of this race. But he is going to have to pit with 5 to go. That's a lot of laps to save. I don't see that happening. In second place, you got Mike Adamson. He's one more lap to the good. Still going to have to hit pit lane one more time. Guys are hoping for a late caution. Got Tice. Similar situation on fuel. Michael Brooks. Kelly Keel. Luke Chadwick. Aaron Warren. All these guys are top 7. On similar strategy. They're hoping for a caution here. The next 10 laps to put them in a position to be able to go and battle for the win here. Otherwise, this is going to cycle back to Chris Gomes, who's right behind 5th place Aaron Warren at the moment. Excuse me, 7th place Aaron Warren. Chris went in at lap 67. We were doing the calculations earlier, and that should put him over the top. He should be 3 laps to the good. You have some others like Gordon Spain, who would be the next car in line on a similar strategy, as well as Dustin Eaton. These guys are significantly adrift of Chris Gomes. Yeah, by over 7.5 seconds, going on 8 seconds. 15 laps to go. Here's your current leader, Jonathan Osborne, that 81 Daystar machine. Second place, Mike Adamson. Third place, Scott Tice. Michael Brooks in fourth. Kelly Keel fifth. Luke Chadwick sixth. Chris Gomes seventh. In the catbird seat right now to maybe win this race if it goes green the next 14 laps. Aaron Warren is in eighth. Gordon Spain ninth. Justin Eaton 10th. Colin Decker 11th. Brian Rose 12th. Mike Everidge 13th. Scott Milner 14th.
I'll give it to you there, Joe.
Brett McCoy 15th. Andrew Cawthon 16th. Donnie Benfield 17th. Ben Mayberry 18th. 19th is Timmy McAdam. 20th is George Rincon. Joe Canales in 21st. 22nd, Albert Anderson. Austin Fast on pit lane in 23rd. Dalton Scaife in 24th. Alex Anderson, 25th. Tim McAdam Sr. in 26th. We had 27 cars start the race tonight. The only one out is the 4 machine of Dion Jones. Go back up to the front here to your current leader with 12 laps to go. Jonathan Osborne praying right now. Praying for a caution. Check out a couple of our onboard cameras. We're going to check out Alex Anderson here. It's really close to the wall there. Actually, 82 in front of him did. Go with his onboard here. Get his name out of the way. So you're riding on board with Alex Anderson at the moment. Running 25th. One side of his cockpit, kind of follow him through turn 2 here. 11 laps to go. Nothing changing at the front right now. A little bit wide here. Oh, it gets really dangerous. Close that outside wall. He's running right behind, I think, Austin Fassett here in front of him. Did you see he's running a Navy fire suit? Booyah, Navy. We appreciate him giving us these onboards here tonight. He's actually running behind the 82, so it's not for position, but he's trying to let that draft off the 82, probably pull him around this track. He'll make faster lap times for the 82 machine. Let's see, where's he running? His position right now is in 13th, so that's exactly what Anderson's probably doing. I would do it in his situation. Grab onto the draft of a faster car. A lead lap car here. Oh, as you see, the 82 get up onto the apron there. It could have been dangerous. 10 laps to go. Go over here and take a look at our other onboard here. Kelly Keel is having a good run at the moment. I think he's going to have to hit pit lane though here in a minute. Riding on board here over the shoulder. Kelly Keel of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Right now running that Budweiser machine in the 5th position, up 20 positions. He's rocking the Mobile One fire suit here, letting the one go around him on the inside right there. Looking from inside of his cockpit. That's Chris Gomes taking over the 5th position. Mike Adamson's on pit lane as well as Scott Tice, so they're giving up those spots to go for the last stop. We appreciate these onboard images that you get from our drivers. Oh, somebody really went behind on it. Is that Chadwick? Almost hit the wall. That could have been big. That could have been a caution everybody was looking for. See if we can get a look at that. And he touches the wall. Oh, he does. And that almost really ended up into the inside retaining wall. That would have been huge. He's able to save it, and they kept going. Luke is running in the 5th position right now. Sounds like he's calling out a pit stop here. Low on the track, slowing. Get onto this pit lane. Kelly Kill's also on pit lane. Getting service. Let's see if he actually takes any tires here, Kelly. Nope. Back up here with Jonathan Osborne. Making his way out of 3, staying out there. He's probably got about 3 more laps of fuel. Got a little bit of time, potentially, for a caution to go and break his way. Now, if they do have a late caution, before they take the white flag, this series does have an opportunity, and only one opportunity, for a green-white checker finish. So they've run 2-lap shootout to determine the winner. Tice on pit lane, Albert Anderson on pit lane. You're watching your current leader, Jonathan Osborne. We're down to it. 7 laps, coming to 6 laps to go. Making his way through 3. Will he go in this time? He's pretty low. I think he's going to stay out here. Tracks out to the outside wall. Really doing a great job, making some great time here. But what's not working in his favor is the amount of fuel he has remaining in that car. Not much. Appreciate you guys watching tonight. This is the Vigilante Racing Network, bringing you the action from the Vigilante Racing League each and every week. On Wednesday and Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have the Premier Series, which is Craftsman Trucks on Wednesdays. And you're watching right now the Vanquish ARCA Series here on Friday nights. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit that notification bell, and you won't miss out on any of the scheduled action or special events, which we have from time to time in the form of sports car endurance racing. As we see the 81 of Jonathan Osborne now making his way on the pit lane, which we expected with about 5 to go. When he crosses on pit lane, he's going to cross the line with 5 to go for himself. Michael Brooks now going to be your leader. He's staying out on the track. And he had come in 1 lap later than 81, so that makes sense. Let's see if he's going to have to hit pit lane next. Chris Goins is up to 2nd, though. Here's Chris Goins going into... But even if these guys had enough fuel, Chris Goins is putting down some lap times that people would love to have as qualifying runs. But he's coming. But we should see Michael Brooks hit pit lane, which would hand over lead of this race back to Chris Goins. Made his way through 2 in that Wrangler Chevrolet. Expect to see him make the left turn here onto pit lane, most likely. And here we go. And he does. Just Chris Goins coming out of turn 3. Take over that lead. 4 laps to go. All that Goins wants to see at this point is the white flag, because if they get the white flag, there will be no overtime. At that point, either the next flag, a yellow flag, and or the checker will end the race. He has nearly an 8.5 second lead over 2nd place, Gordon Spain. Go back and take a look at that. This is the battle for 2nd. Gordon Spain has it. Brian Rose wants it. Brian Rose is the teammate of your leader, Chris Goins. Take a look to the inside here as they go out of turn 2, headed to turn 3. As position. Question is about momentum. They touch. Almost touch again. That was really close. Let's see, it's going to be a drag race down the front stretch. Neither giving an inch here. Rose is going to have the preferred line through turn 1. A lot of bumps there on that second to third line where you see Spain running. But you can also, if you navigate it properly, you can get some momentum off the corner and carry that down to turn 2, which is a tunnel turn. Rose loses momentum. Nothing changed at the front. Chris Goins got a handle on this lead over 9 seconds. This is the battle we're watching right here. Really tight. The one thing that Brian Rose doesn't want to do is have an accident that brings out the caution for his teammate, but he wants that second position. I know I would. Making our way out of turn 3. 38 looks like he might be trying to break the draft here. Well, back and forth. 89 has the inside position again. 2 to go. Not there. Momentum carries the day. 89, or excuse me, 38 trying to break the draft. As I mentioned, it seems it might be working. Let's find out here. Going through turn 2. Yeah, it does close in a bit at the title line going through the tunnel, the tunnel turn. Better line in 3. Really closes in here. He's got to run. He's going to hit the wall. Oh, he does. But didn't lose a lot of momentum with that. Last lap, folks. Last lap. Here's your leader going through turn 1. Here's your potential battle for second. We will not have overtime here tonight. These guys are pushing hard. Let's go back up here. Going through turn 2 for the last time. Chris Goins with over a 9-second advantage over second. Cruising to victory here tonight at Pocono. Here he comes. Checkered flag. Chris Goins wins tonight's race here at Pocono. Go back and look at second place. Here we come. Looks like it's going to be Gordon Spain. Takes home second, and Brian Rose third position. Here is your winner here tonight, folks. Man of the hour, Chris Goins. Doing a great job here on the strategy. Over 9-second advantage winning this race. Don't go anywhere, folks. I see you out there. We're going to interview Chris Goins here in just a moment, as soon as we get him into the booth. And we're going to go over your race results here.
Good job, buddy.
For this race at Pocono Raceway.
Congrats, Chris.
Chris in the booth here. Lori got him up there pretty quick.
Good win, Chris. Good win. Thank you, Kelly.
Hey, Chris Goins is down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yes, sir. I got you, buddy.
Hey, man, great race. Congratulations on the victory here tonight. Do you have enough fuel to give us a burnout when you get up there?
Oh, yeah. I got about 5 laps of fuel left. So.
Man, you had over a 9-second advantage as you crossed that start-finish line. Did you think you were going to win by that kind of a margin tonight?
No.
Well,
I didn't.
The real McCoy in front of me.
But, you know,
think
a
you
little bit
ruined
of
this car
strategy
for me,
there.
man, right?
Thankfully, it went green there at the end, so we needed it, and I was able to run clean laps. I was trying to put down qualifying laps towards the end, so luckily it worked.
Yeah, I was talking about that as we watched you. I mean, you were coming back up through the field, even without any help. Those guys hitting pit lane. I was talking about how you were running qualifying laps there. So I was glad I was kind of on point with what I thought you were doing, man. Tremendous job. We know this was a great race here at Pocono. We're headed to Talladega next week. You are leading the championship standings right now. 6 races under your belt. This is a 13 race season. How you feeling about your chances for the championship at Talladega?
Talladega is always just a crapshoot. We'll see how it goes. As long as I can get out of there with the top 10, I'll be happy. That's just usually how I feel about the super speedways. Championship wise, I mean, I don't think I could ask for a better start to the season. So I think we got a pretty good shot at it. Just got to keep putting consistent races down and hope for the best.
All right, man. You did a great job here tonight at Pocono. You really put it on them. You showed how you mentioned to me earlier this was your favorite track. You certainly raced like it was. But before I let you go, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family? And actually, this is a 2 Track Bar and Media Racing podium tonight here. I think Brian Rose actually finished on the podium as well. So any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, absolutely. Brian had a heck of a race there too. It was fun racing with him up towards the front. So congrats to him on third. Just shout out to everybody that's in the league racing with us. We had a little rough start, but everybody kind of got it settled out, and it was just good, clean fun. So appreciate Lori for everything that she does. Putting a single file when she needs to, and cracking the whip there. So, but overall, it's just a great league to be a part of. And being able to go back and watch these with your broadcast. I know the amount of work that you put in week in and week out for these. So it's much appreciated for us. I know the people watching in the chat there, mostly Anderson clan, but we got some other people obviously. And we appreciate everybody, kind of tuning in and watching these we just go out here and have some fun together. So look forward to doing it again next week and for the rest of the season. And hopefully we can talk to you a little bit more.
Nah, for sure, man. Hey, I look forward to seeing you at Talladega. Thanks for the kind words. We wouldn't be able to do this without the great drivers and fans out there watching. Congratulations one last time, Mr. Gones, your winner here at Pocono Raceway tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing him in Talladega.
Thank you, my friend. Have a good night.
Good night. All right, folks, let's take a look at your finishers here tonight. Your finishing positions. As we get set for that. And that's not working for me. Let's see if I get it to come up here. Give me a second. Results, go. I think they might come up now. Here we go. Results decided to work for us. Okay, Chris Gomes, top step. Gordon Spain in second. As I mentioned, Brian Rose, also the teammate of your winner tonight. He came home third, up 20 spots, and he is also your biggest gainer tonight. Jonathan Osborne, fourth. Mike Adamson, fifth. Brett McCoy, sixth. Andrew Cawthon, seventh. Michael Brooks, eighth. Ninth position, Stoney Benfield. Dave Mayberry bringing home at 10th. Kelly Kill up 14 spots in 11th. It is not one of Kelly's favorite tracks that he told me. So he had a great run tonight. 12th position, Luke Chadwick. Aaron Warren, 13th. Timmy McAdam, 14th. Mike Everidge, 15th. 16th, Colin Decker. 17th, Scott Milner. 18th, Scott Tice. George Rincon, 19th. 20th, Dalton Scaife. Joe Canellis, 21st. Austin Fassett, 22nd. Justin Eaton, 23rd. 24th, Alex Anderson. 25th, Tim McAdam Sr. And 26th, Albert Anderson. Your final position, Deion Jones is out of the race in 27th. And those are your results here from Pocono tonight, folks. And as always, tonight's broadcast is proudly, if I can get the right thing up here for you. That did not work. There we go. It's proudly brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work or you need a custom livery that turns heads on the track, reach out to Austin via the email you see at the bottom of your screen, and he will get you fixed up and are ready to race. We appreciate him coming on board for both of the series here at Vigilante Racing League this season. Trackside Graphics. Contact Austin. And let's take one final look in the chat. Everybody's out there doing some congratulations. Always talking to everybody. Mayberry as well. And that pretty much is it. This is round 6 is officially in the books now. As we mentioned a couple of times, we're going to Talladega Super Speedway, the great equalizer, next week. And we will find out who's going to bring home the trophy and who's going to get hurt by that track. I don't know. I don't know if I would want to be close in the points and going into that venue. That's really a risky proposition. But tune in next Friday night on the 19th of June by 8:50 p.m. Eastern, and we'll get you all set up for that race. Who's running where, who's got penalties, etc. But until then, folks, remember, stay sharp, stay fast, and above all else, stay vigilante. And we're going to see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.